Hey there. Welcome to the Spring Bar. Right this way. I've got the best seat in the house.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Spring Bar. Glad to have you here. I am Mike. That is Joe. Today, we are defending the things we hate. But before we get into that, hey, Mike, welcome back. Hey, how you doing? It's been a while since I've been on the show.
Yeah,
What's going on,
I'd say
Joe?
we missed you, but you edited the episode, so you know.
It seems like now I know that you don't go back and you may listen to parts of the show. I don't know if you do or if you watch it on YouTube.
Rarely, rarely.
I I did edit myself into the episode.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, yeah. There are photos of me,
Oh, well, that's
and
that's.
as a keen listener had observed, there was a voice from above in a certain spot as well.
Well,
Yeah.
no accounting for taste.
So even if I'm not here, I am still here.
If you,
I should always be here in your hearts to everybody who watches and listens.
to find you a little bit lower, it's kind of a gurgle.
In the farts, not the hearts. Oh, what's new?
Not a whole lot, man. How you been?
It's
How
been a
was
while.
Daytona? You weren't around the last time because you were in Daytona. You were doing the race.
Yep.
I
That
had
was
strolled
that
around
was
by myself.
race weekend.
Yeah,
It is a really cool experience. I know you said you wanted to do Le Mans. That's one of your bucket list things.
it is, but it's like, man, Daytona might be a pretty close second.
It's a whole lot closer. It's a whole lot cheaper.
Yeah,
Come out here. The amount of access that you get to everything at the track, the garages, the drivers, the cars, the everything involved, the seating is second to none. You can go anywhere, you can see anything. Like you have to be careful, otherwise you will get hit by one of the cars as it's leaving the garage area. I mean, you are right there in the
that's cool.
action.
That's cool.
It's real cool experience. We got to see it from multiple locations around the track. I got to photograph a lot of stuff. It's just it's a whole different group of people. I mean, there are people who come and camp out and they've got the setup. I'm talking couches on scaffolding,
Oh,
hot
really?
tubs, full outdoor kitchens. I mean, you name it, these people go crazy for this stuff. So it's
That's
it's
awesome.
really cool to be a part of all of that and just to be in that whole atmosphere. So we are very much looking forward to going back next year. We are going to try and get a campsite. So we'll see how that goes. Keep your fingers crossed.
All right. All right.
That'd be
Sounds
real cool.
sounds promising.
Yeah.
Sounds
But I'm
promising.
telling you, if you want to come out, it's a fun time. Fun time.
Your pictures look great, and we were talking throughout the whole weekend, so
Yeah.
I'm I- I'm in. I'll see if we can pull that off. That'd be really cool. That'd be a lot of fun.
So the before the start of the actual 24-hour race, they have all the cars from all the different classes. They're out on pit road and all the fans get to go and walk pit road and all that, and you get to be on the track, the front stretch and all that. They do a parade of the GTP cars out to their kind of quote unquote starting grid area. And there's a marching band and a color guard that leads them out. It's a whole thing. It's
Yeah.
a whole thing. It's pretty cool.
All right. I'm in.
So yeah,
I'm
a lot
in.
of
That
fun.
sounds like a good time. What you drinking? What you got on? What are we talking about? Go.
Oh, I get to go first today.
You go first.
Well, I have opened because as of today's recording, so by the time you listen to this, it'll be a week. But we just opened our merch shop,
Yeah.
the
You
official
can buy golf balls.
Spring Bar Podcast merch shop. You can buy golf balls. There's a lot of different things that you can choose to put our logos and stuff on. You never know how many golfers we have that listen to us.
Yeah, that's true. I do not know how many golfers that listen to.
But I'm not saying it's going to make your game any better, but you will feel better whacking our balls.
Okay, that's all right. Yeah, worth it. Worth it. Got it. Got it.
So On there's a bunch of different t-shirts. I'm wearing actually a prototype shirt. This is one that my daughter made. There's another one in navy blue that I'll be sending you.
Oh, cool.
Um, so we kind of went through a couple different designs initially, just personally. Um, Decided on a couple of things. Those are now in the stores. We got a real nice deluxe t-shirt. It's got stuff on the back, pocket logo on the front, nice material, some, exclusive colors to that. A basic t-shirt, hats, drink glasses. There's a pint glass in there. There's all kinds of stuff. By the time you listen to this, there will be a coffee mug up there as well, which I would imagine would be a decent seller, and a limited edition clock. We'll see how long I decide to keep it up there for. But we've got stuff that'll come and go throughout time, and so just keep an eye on it. And there might be something that you like on there. But I'm a big proponent of the shirts. I really like the way those came out. So don't wait, because it may not last long. So to celebrate the opening of our shop, I opened up.
I got to start drinking. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on. I'm promoting your products, Joe. Our product. So I opened up my limited edition. What is this? I can't read it in the camera. Double oak bourbon finished in a sherry cask, limited edition. And I'm going to have a glass of this. This is the first time I'm trying it. I just opened the bottle.
Dark.
Yeah, a little bit. Not bad. Let's see. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, that's delicious.
Mike likes a sherry cask.
That's got a nice sweet aftertaste to it. You get the oaky notes, you get the smoky, a little bit of cinnamon in there. I like that. Ooh, that's good.
What's on the wrist?
I am wearing my Railroad, my Accutron rack. I can take it off here. I've been trying a couple different straps on this one lately.
Yeah.
I like this cream colored one.
The cream is good.
The cream is good on here, right?
I
tried it on black.
The difference between the 214s and the 218s, like the 218s usually have black hands, and the 214s always have those blued hands. So like a really dark strap doesn't quite work because you don't pick up the hands as well.
Well, it has the blue hands. However, you have to be in the right light to pick up that blue. So it doesn't always show up. But when it does, it's cool.
Yeah, they're really cool.
But I had it on the dark leather, the black leather. I didn't really like that look.
No, for that watch,
cream, the white dial and the cream just go together real nice. So I think it's going to stay on this one for a while.
Like the black works well for my Canadian dial. I like it on black on that, but I've had it on a few different things. I think I've got it on black right now, I think.
Yeah, I did a lot of strap roulette over the last couple of days with some things. One of which I'm going to show in a little bit here. But what do you got in the glass? What do you got on the wrist?
I am drinking the remainder of my King's Family Distillery white corn bourbon, aged at least 10 years. And it's spicy. It's 120 proof.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Man. What is this? This is an odd number. 107.78 proof.
All right. Good for you. Yeah. It's something my dad brought in for Christmas that we talked about. They went and visited, and he brought me a bottle, and it's corn whiskey. I'll tell you that right now. Impressive stuff. And on the wrist, today is the Super Bowl, so I am team neutral because the Bengals aren't playing, and I've got on the Cerakoted orange dial Devil Diver because why not?
Which looks good on that.
It does. It does. Yeah, it works really well on this one.
Yeah.
All right.
I have no desire to watch the Super Bowl, by the way.
Oh, I'm watching. I made meatballs, and I'm gonna make a sandwich, and we're gonna watch commercials.
Good, actually. Meatballs. Oh,
meatballs.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all right.
The missus asked me what I want for dinner tonight. Maybe I'll suggest meatballs.
I made mine early this morning. They're in the crock pot right now, stewing. So it'll be a lovely afternoon. The neighbors are gonna we're gonna have palomas. It's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be a great day.
Oh,
Anyway,
palomas. I've been making palomas like crazy lately. I just ran out of grapefruit juice though.
there you
Otherwise,
go.
I'd probably be drinking that right now.
I'm all about that. I'm all about that. All right, what's new? What do you got that's new? Because it's been a minute, right? We've had guests on for like the last month, so there's
Yeah,
new
we
stuff.
really have. I don't have anything new. I have a new strap option. If you want me to talk about that real quick, and I'll let you go with your stuff.
Up to you, man.
Okay, so I posted a picture of my astronaut Mark One, and I said I was trying out a couple of different strap colors and things. Somebody said you got to try an orange strap, and I
That
was a
kind of
little
works, doesn't
hesitant.
it?
I put it on here. This kind of works.
Yeah.
It works better in natural light than it does inside the house. The orange turns a little dark in the house and it doesn't match the orange on the watch, but as soon as you get it outside, it pops and looks really good.
Huh.
I don't hate that.
I don't hate that either, actually. What strap
So
is that? What orange?
so this is the orange tropic strap that came on the surfboard.
That's what I thought. That's exactly what I
Um,
thought it was.
I trimmed the strap down because it's the bulba straps are always way too long for me. So I trimmed it down and I converted it from the butterfly clasp to a regular
Yeah,
buckle clasp
I did that on mine
or
too.
a buckle. Yeah. And it wears nice and it looks good. I don't hate
You
it.
could do okay with a canvas. That would probably be all right with that one too. You got some
It
options, man. You
perhaps,
got some options.
yeah. I
That's
just
cool.
didn't think the orange was going to look as good as it did. So shout
Yeah,
out to the watch fam for telling me to
yeah.
try it on the orange because that actually does look pretty good.
I'm all about it. I like it.
Yeah.
All right,
So I don't have anything new. I know you've got some stuff.
I got
Let's not
stuff.
bore the people, but let's get into what you've got.
All right. Well, let me bring it up here. So I got a few actually, and so the first up I've got is this Accutron SpaceView G
Hmm.
box papers on original bracelet for crying out loud, which is
Hmm.
just almost impossible to find. Great patina on it. Really, it's a really nice watch. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one. I'm gonna hang on to it, but I don't think I'm gonna wear it that much
Are
because
you?
it is so nice.
I thought you were going to move this one along, but
I probably won't. I may move up, maybe move my G along instead.
you've got to wear this one.
Well, it's weird though because like the lugs, I got to play with the lugs a little bit. One of them flips. It just reverses on you. So
It doesn't have
it's
the ears on the bottom.
it has ears on the bottom, but it flips the other way. So
Oh,
yeah, it's weird. It's weird. So it
huh.
doesn't cinch up really tight to the case. So I got to
Okay.
mess with that a little bit. That's a really really cool watch. And
That
then
is really cool.
as part of the same deal
Yeah.
was this Caravel World Timer, which is
This is
it's got that
this is
the rehout. It needs a little bit of work, right? Because the rehout's a little bit off
yeah.
for where it should be, but it's pretty darn clean, all things considered. I got it on a black suede strap. Those are really really cool.
Listen, it's no secret that this is the one that we're trying to push next.
Yeah,
This is our next Sea Hunter.
if they're going to reissue something, this would be
Oh,
fantastic.
it's so good. It's
Fantastic.
really good. This is not your first time seeing one because Oliver has one. I'm sure you've probably seen his.
I have, but
Okay.
like this, yeah, I love that watch. I think it's great. Day,
It's good. Yeah.
stick hands, and then because I put my money where my mouth is,
we've we've made mention of this watch.
here is my Whitnauer automatic. It's got a mirrored, sort of like a weird minute track. This one's got some delamination going on in the dial, and so I'm in search of a dial for this. But I like it. It's a 19 millimeter lug. It wears real well. It's pretty simple.
Pesky
Sort
19
of a
millimeters.
classy looking watch. But the dial, the leprosy on the dial, that's kind of got to go.
I
So
know why you like this watch, and it's
yeah,
not because it says Wittenauer.
no, it's because it looks a whole lot like a Universal Genève.
It looks, yes, the pole router. It looks
It
exactly
looks
like
a
a pole
whole looks
router.
a whole lot, and I'm a unabashed fan of those. So
Oh yeah, I know. But that's it. There are watches that I don't like, but I can appreciate that you appreciate that one, Joe.
it's a weird little thing. Like if I think if the dial were better, And there's two dials for that. There's the silver one that's got a mirrored outside, and then there's a black center to that. I'd take either. If anybody's got one of those dials laying around, let me know. Hit me up.
I think the black might look nice.
Black would look really good.
Yeah,
Black would look, it would like a tuxedo
cool.
look. It would be that would be a killer watch. Anyway,
yeah, they got to be out there somewhere. I bet you got to find.
you can.
Like
I haven't found loose dials. That's the thing. So I don't know.
Really,
I don't know. And there's almost no research on the watches either. So it's funny. It's kind of strange. Not a big collector realm. So
well, oddly seems that way, right?
all right.
Yeah.
So today's episode, this is Mike's suggestion. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen is Mike's going to explain it, and then I'm going to tell you what's really going on. Go ahead.
Okay, this is a defend what you hate episode. So I gave Joe a list of watch brands that I just really either A, don't care for, or B, do not understand. Right? Do you have the list in front of you?
I do have the list in front
of me. So what are some? So this is a combination of both your and I's picks of brands that we don't like or don't get. So what are some examples?
Panerai, Hublot, Montblanc, Breitling, Nixon, MB&F, Oris, Rolex, Hublot again, Seiko, Maurice Lacroix, Sin, Chapek, Monta, and then Norcane. And why don't you like Chapek?
I do not get the whole design concept of their watches. They are real heavy with that engine turn, guilloche dial looking. I don't understand their whole design philosophy.
What the hell did Sin ever do to you?
Zen is one of those, I think, overrated brands, much like Norcane. I truly believe Norcane is a very overrated independent brand.
It might be a very overrated
and overpriced.
It's getting a lot of love. It's getting a lot of love from the guys that are pushing independence. But Zen is that is a tool watch for tool watches.
There has never been a Zen that I've come across.
A tool watch would wear.
It's a watch. There is never one that I've ever come across that I said, "Ooh, I like that."
Yeah, I get that, and I understand.
Okay,
I understand the point. But if I needed to build a house and I was using a watch as a hammer, that might be one I would choose. So anyway,
for that, I would probably use a Vostok, because those things aren't good at telling time or anything like that. You just beat the shit out of something with them.
Okay, fair enough. So I got to choose. I got to choose for Mike.
So Joe picked the brand that I have to defend, and I picked the brand that Joe had to defend. So Joe, what did I have to defend?
Hublot.
Oh, gosh, the Invicta of the Swiss watch world.
Hublot.
Of the high horology Swiss watch world.
And to be honest, to be absolutely honest, right, it was on both of our lists as one that we wanted. Right? That's why Hublot shows up twice. However, I actually have a Hublot that I like. I have a couple. If we're going to be honest, but I am curious. I have not looked. I haven't peeked. I am curious as to what your choice is. So.
You're gonna hate it. I already know that my choice you're gonna absolutely hate. But for you, I picked MB&F because I love MB&F, and I love the design. With every
fiber of my being.
And I know that. I know you hate watches that are art, so I figured it would be fantastic to see you come up with something.
Excellent choice.
From that brand and listen to you try to defend it.
Excellent choice on your part. All right.
So, am I going first?
You are going first.
Okay. Let me share.
And what did we choose?
Yeah. Okay, so before I throw it up on the screen.
You got to talk about it? Okay, go ahead.
I have to talk about it, yeah. There are your typical Big Bang watches that I absolutely hate. Then they have the dress watch, quote unquote, category, which I forget exactly what they were called. I did not realize that Hublot has a high horology category. So I learned something from this episode. I'm going to throw up on screen here the Hublot in a sapphire case, no less.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Here's the thing. I don't even know what this stupid thing is called. I'm going to have to look it up again. Come on. You can tell exactly what time it is.
No.
This is the Hublot MP-10 Tourbillon Weight Energy System Sapphire 54. Oh, no, that's the case size. Sorry. 54.1 by 41.5 millimeters.
54.1? That's bigger than my freaking Invicta.
Well, it's 54.1, quote unquote, lug to lug.
You chose this because you like it? This is what you like out of all of the options that you had.
This is under the Hublot Exceptional Timepieces category. And there's 3 versions of this watch.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But who doesn't like a sapphire case? So that's why
I don't like a sapphire case.
I'm going to read you their description of this watch.
Okay.
They say, and I quote, instinctively, we seek to characterize the piece in the time-honored way, firstly through the figures, which makes the impressive reading 592 components, 5 years of R&D, 2 linear weights, 1 inclined tourbillon, a circular power reserve for a model to be produced in a limited edition of just 30 pieces.
What the hell?
Here's the thing. This one is actually kind of cool. I would wear this because this is very MBNF-esque. It's you could call it a cylindrical styled movement. Okay. At the very top at 12 o'clock, you have the hours. There's a little red arrow that points to your hour cylinder. Just below that is the minute cylinder. I don't know if you can tell, but there is a little kind of square shaped it looks like it's screwed in place. That is a magnifying piece of glass under the sapphire case.
Okay, stop. Just stop. So let me get this straight. We have a 54 millimeter lug to lug watch that needs a magnifying glass for you to be able to tell what fucking time it is.
Yes, it's exactly what's going on.
That's exactly what you're telling me.
That's what's going on here. Yes.
Oh my God.
Then below the minutes cylinder, it's a little difficult to see here, but it's a power reserve cylinder that has a red and green stripe.
Oh, I regret everything. This is horrible.
And then below that is both the tourbillon, but the tourbillon also built in has the seconds disc, if you will, ring, not quite a cylinder.
So it's a 60-second tourbillon.
A 60-second tourbillon, which has the seconds indicator built into that. Now, the really cool part about this watch is it's an automatic, but it is not your typical weighted rotor automatic. The 2 kind of quarter round gill looking things on either side are weights that slide back and forth. And I'm going to show you a different angle here. We're going to look at a side view.
By all means, let's look at more.
Looking at a side view, you can see that this is down towards the bottom portion, 6 o'clock of the watch, and all the gearing that's behind that. So as it slides back and forth, each weight independently, that's what provides the winding of the watch.
Uh-huh.
And come on, it's a sapphire case. Who doesn't like a sapphire case?
I don't like.
You do too. Case. Oh, you're so full of shit. I know you do, because all you talk about is the sapphire case 314 Space View watch.
Oh no, that's a cool watch. Don't get me wrong. But the only reason that I talk about that is because Accutron just space viewed themselves with that. Oh, good Lord, man!
This of all the Hublots, because I cannot stand a Big Bang. I tried to play the game fairly and pick a Big Bang that I could defend. I couldn't do it. There are some horrible iterations of that watch. I don't know how people can buy that. Now, I say this as a buddy of mine has just bought himself a vintage Big Bang. And again, I know people appreciate different things. I can appreciate that he appreciates and is excited about owning that watch. I just do not understand the Big Bang at all. but this is really cool. This is really cool. There's a lot of engineering that went into this thing,
Yeah,
and
take that
I
up.
can appreciate that.
Take it up.
One more slide. One more slide. You can have this for the low price of $482,000.
Uh-huh. Yeah, make that go away.
Tell me that's not cool. Look,
That's
it's straight
cool.
on. You can see even better here. There's your hours after 12 o'clock, your minutes below that.
That's not
power
cool.
reserve. That is really cool.
That's not cool. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm regretting everything.
The watch has
all of my
dial.
choices that have led up to this. This is horrible.
There's no dial. It is to draw the eye to the movement, to appreciate the craftsmanship of the movement, and then you are treated with the time.
Stop. What movement is it? Which ETA movement is that?
It's an ETA movement. Get out of here.
Which one?
In-house, Joe. It's in-house.
Yeah, in-house. So it's a modified ETA movement. Okay.
You're so funny. Oh.
See now I actually have a Hublot that I like, and I will share that with you because I have made a better choice, and that
what in the world
is a Hublot that is worthwhile. That is the Hublot service watch. So that when you took your watch in for servicing, they gave you one of these to wear in its place. It is an aluminum case. It is a quartz movement, 36 mil. And then to make it even better, Dinky did a copy of it with an automatic and a titanium case. The service watch, right, which was not for sale, but people ended up stealing them. I like the service watch. I would wear that. I've seen one. They're funny as hell. So I'm a huge fan.
It does not surprise me that Hodinkee made such a horrible piece of crap as a re-edition.
Oh, you say that. I think that's an excellent watch. I would absolutely wear one of those. You can get those for about $800. So
I wouldn't give you $8 for it.
Well, no, you wouldn't. But then I also wouldn't wear your sapphire crystal, whatever the hell that is.
Am I supposed to be picking an MBO enough that I like?
I believe you did.
Oh, well, I mean, I have to get some pictures ready.
I believe you had.
I can't.
I thought you did.
No.
No?
I'm uploading them as we speak.
Oh, well, there was something in the drive.
Anyway, so what did you come up with for your MBNF masterpiece?
What did you choose? I dislike MBNF.
Now, okay, so here's the thing. There was a caveat to this because a lot of the MBNF stuff is extremely limited. So you had to choose from something that is currently on the website, which may or may not be still available for sale, but it had to be currently on the website.
Right. Okay. So I dislike MBNF because I don't need my watches to be art. As noted by the Hublot that I chose, you can still use it as a watch, as opposed to that monstrosity that Mike picked, which has no space and no anyway. Anyway, so MBNF, my choice is the Horological Machine Mark 8 or 8 Mark II. So the HM8 Mark II, which is what you see. It is a driver style watch. There's magnifiers on it, and so the dial essentially is two discs that are flat underneath, and they're being sort of 90 degreed up to where you can see,
kind of like projected upwards.
Almost, right, and magnified as well to do that, right? This one comes. You've got a couple different color options. There's a white and there's a green, right? And then there's some limited edition colors of it as well. There's a purple, I believe there's a black, but those ones are harder to get.
And so you call it a driver's watch. This, if you're a car guy, you will recognize. Go back one slide. You will recognize. Go one more. Could even kind of showcase it a little bit better. This is forward.
Make up your damn mind.
Yep, that one right there. Yep. This is made to look like the Porsche 918 Spider. The back half.
Yeah.
From the bulkhead backwards.
From the engine bay towards the front of the car.
So it's supposed to have that speedster kind of dual hump with
Yeah.
the engine cover and the engine bay and all that kind of thing. So that's what this is like
Yeah.
Porsche Speedster-esque.
So it's, it's a thing. If I got to choose one, that's it. If I'm going to be honest, there are other
But why do
brands.
you like this one, Joe?
I don't really. But if I had to choose one, I would. There are other brands that have done stuff that's similar where you don't get to see the movement. It's not the display case front.
What is it? The Romain James? Is that
Yeah,
they did one there?
yeah. There's a couple.
So it was Romain, and I think that's a Louis Erard collaboration.
There's a
The
Louis
watch that they
Vuitton, there's a
did
Louis Vuitton
similar to that.
collab, and then there's another one, the like the cassette watch, and it's not Gerard Perregaux. No, maybe it is Gerard Perregaux. There's a couple
Might
others
have
that
been,
have
yeah.
done a similar style that I actually prefer to this one in particular. But whatever.
Yeah.
I had to choose. That's what I chose because at least I could use it as a watch. It isn't going to tell me how much time I have left, but I could maybe deal with it. And then so this was starting in 2015, and then what do we got? Takes the best features of its predecessors and fuses them into a very different machine, placed within the aerodynamic sandwich of carbon macaroon, I don't know, grade 5 titanium, hyper complex sapphire crystal, supercar for the wrist, 90-degree projection of the vertical display, high precision prisms. What's so
Listen, you have to
special?
admit that making that crystal out of sapphire, that is
I'm
a
not.
feat
I'm
in
not just.
itself.
I'm not saying that this isn't a well executed and well put together thing, but it's like that Hublot. It's like, what's the point? I don't get it. I don't get it. So let's see. What is it? They call it the engine, and it says it's developed in house, but it's off
Mhm,
of a Gerard Perregaux base movement.
mhm.
22K automatic winding rotor, 42-hour reserve, 28,000 hertz,
Yeah,
30 joules,
uh,
sapphire
those
crystal.
movements in their, dare I say, their quote unquote more basic models, like something like that, or the Mad One. Those are based off of other type
Yeah,
of
well, the
movements. They're
Mad the
not.
Mad One is a Miyota movement, I
Yes,
believe.
that's a Miyota. Yeah.
Yeah, which keeps the price down. But that's also like the Mad One. The Mad One, I have a lot of respect for. I wouldn't wear one; they don't work for me. But for what that watch is and the story behind it, because the
Yeah.
initial offering of those was you were offered to buy it essentially at cost for friends, and it was for
Hmm.
friends of the brand, people that were supporting of MBMF. And so, getting an allocation for one was a big deal. And then they started showing up on the secondary market.
Well, and then they started doing the lottery system.
Yeah.
So the Lucky Clover one is actually pretty cool
Yeah.
because there were what, three iterations of that watch previous to the Lucky
Yeah, like a
Clover,
red, a blue, and a purple or something like that.
something like that. And the Lucky Clover was a lottery for the people who have tried to get the three previous versions and were denied.
Yeah, and then there's that one
So
with the
you had
three
to
colors
apply
on
for
it too,
all
so you
three
got
of
options.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to apply for all three to be part of the lottery. And I know somebody who got one.
Yeah.
And I tried it on briefly, and it's big, it's gaudy, it's fantastic. I love it. Oh, I would love to have a Mad One.
Would you really?
Absolutely.
Not for me. Not for me.
And like you said, it keeps the cost down. They're still around on the secondary market. Probably they're less than 10, somewhere around 8, give or take. That's about as close as I'm going to get to ever affording an MBNF, and I wouldn't mind it one bit. Those things are just so cool looking.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me see. Mad One.
Are you looking on eBay?
No, looking on Chrono 24. Six
Oh,
six
you
grand.
can't look on Chrono
Six. Well,
24.
that if you're looking for what people think they're worth, there's
Well,
the
what
time to
people
love.
think they're worth.
The time to love is about 4 grand. The other ones are 6, 4. So you're looking probably 4 grand for one of those in a realistic space.
They come down.
Yeah, if that's what you like.
I
And
like
I
it.
don't.
Oh, I would love to have one of those.
I know you would. God,
Yeah, that's cool. That's
whatever.
cool. Can I share with you
Please,
the one that I like the
please.
most?
Yeah, you got put the monstrosity up on the screen.
The monstrosity. Do you know what my favorite complication of a movement is, correct?
Oh, I don't care.
The tourbillon.
Is it? That's worthless. Okay,
It is not worthless.
it's completely worthless.
It is the oldest complication in watchmaking, and it is there to serve a purpose. This is the MVNF Thunderdome. You can't tell from this particular photo here.
Wait, that's not just the MBNF Thunderdome, but that is also the Mosier.
This is not the Mosier
Because
collab. This is
that started off though as the Mosier collab, and then they've done their own versions of it.
Different version of it altogether.
Hmm.
Different version. You look at the side profile. Look at that crystal. Oh, that is beautiful.
Why? Why would you do that? How tall is
Why
that
would
watch?
you not do
How
that?
tall is that watch?
Not tall enough.
Oh, you're going to knock that on your chair as you get out of the car.
It doesn't matter. It's sapphire. It's unbreakable.
Okay.
This is a watch that showcases the movement complication that I adore most in all of its caged glory.
Why didn't
in
you pick?
all
Why
of
didn't
the
you pick
axes?
that? No, why didn't you pick that Hublot that's got the 2 tourbillons down at the ball sack that's hanging off the bottom of the watch? Why didn't you pick
Ball
that one?
sack. Yeah, exactly. Because it has a ball sack.
Well, so that one's got a goiter. What are you talking about? That's some kind of cancerous growth going on there. Good
This is
Lord.
just large crystal in your face, just showcasing that piece of engineering greatness.
You can't really. It's got a dial. I'll grant you that it has a dial,
It's got a dial. It's got blued hands.
and but it's a tiny little dial. Like you could.
You can see exactly what time it is. The movement on the backside is fantastic.
You can see exactly what time it is. But if that's the case, I would just keep on one of my ladies' watches and not have a problem with it.
Oh, gosh. The power
Not the
reserve
same.
display on the backside, which is it's got the power reserve, but it hides it discreetly on the back because we are both not fans of power reserves on the dial side.
Right, because like the only thing that would mess that sucker up would be a power reserve on the front of the watch because you wouldn't be able to tell where the hell it was or what was going on. Good Lord. It's not like they don't have real estate that they could work off of there. Come on, man.
MBNF, they are movement masterpiece designers. I absolutely love every piece that they do. You get into some of these Evo watches, like the Evo chronographs and that, like the dual chronographs, and oh my gosh, they're so it almost needlessly complicated, but they do it because they can and they get it done and they do it very well. That is why I love MBNF. Everything they do is just top notch.
Yeah, take that off the screen. I'm tired of
Top
it.
notch. Top notch.
Don't like it.
I can't help it. You don't have taste.
Don't like it. If there were one to choose, that would not be it.
Yeah, that would absolutely be it.
No. I thought you liked that weird little pod racer one with.
I do. I like that one that's got the rotating.
What is that? The two or whatever the hell it is.
But that Thunderdome, I mean, just the big crystal, the tourbillon right up front, showcased right there for you.
And what was the most recent edition one that's got the 4 different dials on it that you have to rotate around?
You gotta rotate.
Yeah, that would be right up your alley.
And it is. It's cool, right, but it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. Yeah.
I can't believe that we've been doing this for 4 years with your taste like that.
That we're still friends.
Oh, those are horrible watches. My God, that's awful. Yeah, it's impressive. It is high horology. The technical aspects of it are through the roof. The fact that they could pull it off, but then you got to throw it in that dome crystal. You could make it into anything that's practical. You could make it into a watch. Like for me, for me, if you're going to give me a tourbillon, hide it. I don't want to see it.
Oh no, you
I
gotta
don't want
have
to know that
that.
it's there. Nope, I don't want to know that it's there. My favorite Accutron that I have is the 300, that blue linen dial without the seconds hand. The absolute sleeper. You can't even tell that it's got a. I love that watch. I think that watch is fantastic. It's
The
elegant.
watch
It's
itself,
simple. It's thin. It's got no sweep seconds hand. It's got no seconds hand at all.
the
You have to
watch
know
as
what
a
you're looking at.
watch is a good watch. I will give you that. Nice blue dial, that rectangular case. It's a great dressy
Yep.
looking watch.
Yep.
But as good as that watch is, and I will not deny that, it really does. It's missing that tuning fork party piece.
Ah, that's it. It is the ultimate if you know you know watch. Whereas those ones like you show up with one of those and somebody's tearing it off your wrist. You're getting ripped off.
I don't know
They
if
will
I'd go
steal
that
that
far.
watch. They will steal that.
I
Absolutely,
don't
they'll
think go
steal
that
that watch.
far.
What's it retail at? A million
I,
four?
the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
I don't know.
More than you can afford, pal.
If you have to
MBNF.
ask, right? God damn.
Well, the Hublot is by appointment only.
By appointment only.
Yes. Although they did tell you the price on the website, but it is by appointment only. So
It's probably because they got four of them sitting in the back. They're using them as down payments on their retail space.
yeah,
Christ almighty.
yeah.
This was
See,
a horrible idea. We should
I
we should
know,
never have done this. This is
I
awful.
know you picked Hublot because you thought, oh, I'm going to stick it to them. But I found that they do the high horology pieces, and I do like those ones. Anything else on that website is just trash.
See, there's that. There's a couple of the classics. There's a woman's watch that I think is 35. That's kind of nice, and it's that original classic look, like the first Hublots that were produced. They've got a design language that before they kind of went nuts and before the Big Bang started and all that sort of stuff.
Before they went nuts.
Well, there were some really interesting pieces that Hublot started off with, you know, when Beaver was just starting out with the brand.
Before
So
they went 2005 Brittany.
yeah, yeah, before. There's some kind of cool stuff, and some of the vintage, I guess you could call it vintage. It's, you know, it's not that old of a brand, but whatever. Some of their vintage pieces are really interesting, and they've gone back, and now they've kind of gone back to some of their old design languages. Like there's a couple of in the classic lines that it's not shouty, it's not over the top, it's not gaudy, for lack of a better term. Which is where I think the difference is between you and I. I am much more of a classic design fan, and you are much more of a.
I don't mind a classic design, but it's got to be a good, coherent classic design, and they lack that. They really do.
Yeah, you think?
I think so.
I think that some of their time only stuff isn't awful, but but then that throws me into the problem with MB&F. It's, you know, you trying to get that classic design that's not bothered by the art of it. And so for me, that's kind of the kicker. It's like, all right, cool. How much time do I have left? What can I see that on the watch? Can I find a dial that's going to work? Can I find something that isn't gonna break my wrist?
In all seriousness, in jokes aside, the MBNF, they really are true works of art. It's a lot of, he takes a challenge of, oh, that can never happen, and it's a situation of hold my beer, and then he goes and does it. Like a lot of the stuff that you think shouldn't exist within a watch and within the confines of, let's just say if something's 48 millimeters, putting all of that R&D and technology and craftsmanship into that small of a space. I mean, these movements, again, are needlessly complicated. It does not have to be like that, but the fact that it is and that he was able to accomplish it, that's
I
truly
don't
amazing.
disagree. I don't disagree that they're a technical tour de force without
Yeah.
question, and that they, you know, they're going through and they're designing complications around some, you know, existing whatever. But even that goes back to when Busser was handling Harry Winston, and you had like the Opus series. It's like, okay, let's
Remember
go
those?
with, yeah, you're right, and
Yeah.
they're fantastic. They're fantastic works of art. limited series. We have major designers going through the Harry Winston jewelry brand, and some of the stuff that came through really set the design language for independent watchmakers moving forward. You know, Voutilainen.
Say that 10 times fast.
I got trouble with Finnish. So some of that stuff, the design language that comes from most of those watches are just, they're solid, they're impressive, and they're completely not my taste at all. And I can appreciate it for what it is, but it's not for me, man. I don't like it. I don't like it. I wouldn't wear it. You'd give it to me, it'd be nice. I might put it on a display case here behind my head, and that's it.
I will say, your Hublot pick, that little service watch, the idea behind that is kind of cool. It's kind of like, the courtesy car.
It is a courtesy, and Bamford does the same thing. So like Bamford has a what is it? It's like a Benares Mark II shaped case. It's a weird shape, and it's out of plastic, and like they've started producing them, but that was their service watch. I love that idea. I think the
idea is cool. And that reminds me, I think this was after COVID when things started to open back up. Fears had a program where you could borrow watches from them to wear on job interviews.
Oh, really?
Yes, they would send it out to you. You had a time frame, however long it was. I think it was like a month or something like that. But they would send you a watch for you to wear, for you to feel a little more confident going into a job interview. For the people who were trying to get back into the workforce, who lost their jobs or were laid off.
I don't remember that. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Because I was remembering the guys that were doing like the timeshare for watches. And
I can remember that. Those things failed miserably.
Oh, horribly. That
was a whole scam.
I own 10% of this watch. Like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
Like, amazing. It didn't come. Well, but that's the whole thing with those service watches. Like, because they weren't for sale. However, there's a ton of them out on the secondary market. Guess that watch doesn't come back. But it's aluminum case. It's a simple dial, and it's a quartz movement. I mean, what's that? That's going to cost them, what, $30 to make?
Yeah, that can't be much.
I would absolutely wear one. I saw one at a meetup. It was incredible.
Really?
Yeah, it was incredibly cool. Because it's one of those, like, if you know watches. And
it looks like it's appropriately sized too.
It is. It's not,
which is like what I can't say for a lot of the other stuff.
36, 37, they're not really big.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's on leather, or you can even throw it on rubber. It was a throwaway watch that people have, it's their version of a swatch, I guess. Oh well.
If there was one.
If there was one. From Hublot.
Okay. Are we getting into last calls here?
Unless you got something else to talk about, man.
I'm pulling up this information here. My last call is the just released, the AP 150th anniversary heritage 30 complication pocket watch.
All right. Before we get into that, what about that jump hour? Do you like that jump hour?
Yes, very much. Oh, I think that's gorgeous.
Do you like it with the black, or do you like it with the
black?
The black
with the gold case?
Yeah.
I think that's gorgeous.
Yeah. That's
really good.
That's a really good watch.
I like it. I like the tank shape that it has. Yeah. But if you look at the profile view, those lugs angle downward. It's got a little dimension to it.
Somebody brought up, and I think that this would probably be the way to go. Someone brought up that the black enamel is cool, but what would have really been cool would have been smoked quartz, so that you could see the movement. And so, I forget who said it. I'm like, that's a killer idea. That would be so good. That would be so good. Like, you want something that's gonna, oh my God, think about that. But I love that black enamel. I think that's a great looking watch.
I think that would look cool But that enamel dot. In fact, I just pulled a picture of it right here. That is just, man, that screams elegance and class.
It's nice. It's also like so the way that the apertures are set up, you've got a little bit of just some design element just in the way that the
You
date.
have that pointer, that
Uh-huh.
very small little pointer
Uh-huh.
for the minutes. Yeah,
Just a little, almost like a serif
framed
on the
really
aperture.
nicely.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that is pretty nice
So
and thin
great.
too.
That's a great watch. That's a really great watch. And like people are trashing it because it's derivative. But it's like, yeah,
Here's the thing.
you're missing the point.
The movement in this watch is 4 millimeters thick, and this is not a micro rotor. The rotor is not built into the movement. It is a rotor that sits on top of the movement itself, and they got it down to 4 millimeters. That's something else. I think the whole watch is 8 millimeters. I think is what it comes out to.
It's a fantastic watch.
It's really good.
All right, but you were not talking about that. You were talking about
I'm not
something
talking
else.
about that. I'm
I
talking about
hijacked you.
this heritage pocket watch. 30 complications, they claim.
What's your beef with that?
Okay. My beef with this is they say, well, we do not count the hour and minute hands as a complication. But the things that they count as a complication are questionable.
What, the mainspring?
They might as well at this point. It is a lot of different things. It's a perpetual calendar. It's a sonnery. It's a minute repeater. It's a chronograph. It's a moon phase. It has all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But for your chronograph, for instance, every chronograph has a central seconds hand. Would you agree?
Sure.
That is a complication. Your date. Your date.
It is because if there's a sub seconds, yeah, then the central seconds is a complication.
The date display, the date disk, that's a complication. Your
date
is a complication.
Date is a complication.
Like, the things that they consider complications to achieve the 30 complication watch, it's like, come on, the day, the date, the moon phase display is a complicate. Come on, these are not complications. Like, if I pulled out a chronograph, I'm not calling that a 6 complication watch. It's a chronograph. That in it of itself is a complication. Let's be real.
Okay, but there are chronographs and there's chronographs.
They're considering displays as a complication. That's not a complication. That's a display, for crying out loud. This at best is probably like a 12 or 13 complication watch, not 30. It's like those watches that had jewels as the hour markers and they called it the 100 jewel watch. That's the category this falls into. Listen, just call it what it is. It's cool. It's got a lot of stuff. It does a lot of things. It's pretty neat looking. I'll give you that. But they're the one thing this has a tourbillon. They're like, well, a tourbillon is not technically a complication, so we're not considering that as part of it. Come on. But the central seconds hand of the chronograph, that's one. Get out of here. I love your jump hour, but let's be a little real.
Let's be a little real. Well, all right. All right. All right.
So you have an interesting one. I'm curious to hear.
I do have an interesting one. So the F1 season is getting, and it's gearing up, and we're getting ready to ramp in. And so Aston Martin has just announced that they will be partnering with Breitling. And so Breitling has released their Aston Martin F1 watch.
Yes.
And it's I'm trying to get up all of the Aston Martin Aramco Formula One team, and I'm trying to get more information on exactly what we're talking about with this particular watch, and it's a Navitimer. So 3 register. What are we calling it? What is it, probably like 40, 42, 43.
Well, hold on now. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 6 complication. Oh, 7. There's a date window. It's a
There's
7
date window,
complication watch.
right?
Yeah.
And you could also say it has a display case back. I don't know if there's a power reserve on it. Anyway, that's their release. It's like, okay, it's going to be a Navitimer as a racing chronograph. Which, okay, I get that, and that works for me, and I understand what they're saying, and I understand what they're doing, and okay, sure, Navitimer. But Breitling owns Universal Genève. And if Breitling were going to go back into F1, why wouldn't you release a Nina Rent chronograph and be done? If you dropped that, you could charge whatever you wanted. Everyone in F1 would buy it. You just won. You won hands down. You wouldn't have to go with an Navitimer. You wouldn't have to do anything. You wouldn't have to explain it to anybody. And you could do it with an Evil Nina. You could do it with the Panda. Whatever you want. It would. Oh my God! It is such a missed opportunity from them. I am so disappointed. It hurts my soul.
Agree with you 100%.
It
but
hurts.
Do you want me to tell you why they didn't do that?
No, I don't want you to tell me why they didn't do it. I know why they didn't do it.
Why didn't they do it?
Because they have not got Universal Genève up and running yet. They don't have enough of the bandwidth. They don't have enough of the space that they can pull any of the stuff off they want to. They've released those 3 chronographs that they're going to be selling for, who knows how much. And it's going to be well outside the realm of possibility, and they've priced themselves out of the market, and they should not have done it.
Yeah, that's 100%. They absolutely did, and I hate them for that.
Right?
Because it's such an opportunity to bring that brand back, and they ruined it with the pricing of these.
And they could have done it on one of the world's largest stages.
Yeah,
particularly if you're looking at sports marketing. And the way that F1 has captured the zeitgeist, at least looking from a streaming platform with, Drive to Survive and all the rest of the stuff, like you would see that watch everywhere. And
here's the thing, would you though? Because when you look at what F1 is trying to do, I am not a fan of F1. And I definitely don't understand all the hype around it right now. And it is growing exponentially in popularity. And I understand that. The crowd that they're bringing in, they're going after this younger crowd. And you tell me what you think the percentage is of that younger crowd who knows who Nina Rent is, or the association of that watch. I'd be willing to bet 99% of you could not put the two together.
I'm certain that they don't, but they also don't know who Alain Prost is. They don't know who, the list goes on.
But they don't. But my point being is, much like Rolex, everybody knows the Breitling name. That younger crowd knows Breitling, whether they know what Breitling is or not. They've heard of the name. They know the name. Do I think that was a missed opportunity? Maybe. But for who they're trying to reach, I think the watch that they went with. Now, I disagree with how they describe the watch. And I have it up here, the Aston Martin Formula One team Navitimer titanium paired with an F1 cockpit-inspired fiber dial and a racing harness leather strap. Somebody's laughing in the background. I too would laugh at that description because it's like, come on, dude, you guys are really reaching here. Call it a leather strap and a carbon fiber dial and be done with it.
I don't know.
I think for their marketing purposes, they picked the appropriate watch for that. While I think a Nina Rent would have been a really cool association, people would not have gotten it.
I disagree. And I think that if they were trying to revamp or relaunch something, that was the perfect opportunity. And my God, it was just missed. Absolute miss. That was a whiff. You could have thrown out that Nina Rent and a life would have been, I would have considered one. It's that good to watch.
At what price point? That would have been astronomical.
It would have been, but you know what? Pagani Design would have done one.
How much is this Breitling?
Oh God, I don't know.
For? What is it? Around $10,000 watch? That Nina Rent would have been 15 or 20.
Easily. Yeah. But that means that we would have got a Pagani Design version of it, and it would have been great.
Dan Henry used to make one.
Yeah, they had one. And then there's that Octavia. There's a white dialed Octavia with a blue seconds hand also. It's kind of in the
Yes.
same vein.
Yeah.
That's a really good watch too.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my last call.
Yeah.
Fuck
Well,
those guys.
this episode is just us being disappointed by watch brands.
Everything. Get off my
Just
lawn. Turn your
disappointment
music
all
down.
around. Yeah.
Fuck them kids.
I appreciate you playing along. So.
It's your episode, man.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you playing with my MBNF-ness.
MBNF-ness. Oh my god.
And you taught me something about Ublo that I didn't know in the process. It doesn't mean I'm going to be running out buying one.
I regret every decision I've made in this process. That was awful. I can't. I'm never going to get this time back. This is. Let me look how gray I am. It's only getting worse.
But if you wanted to measure time, you can do it on our limited edition clock that you can find in our new merch store at tspmerch.shop. That is tspmerch.shop.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe as you're heading over there. Buy some merch, support the show, because we're just kind of tired of paying for it out of our own pockets.
This is well, hang on. This might be an interesting last call. I mean,
okay.
So with the way that we support this podcast, right? It is essentially it's a passion project. It's a love affair. It's a weird hobby. It's all of those things. But we're paying for online storage. We're paying for the platform that we record on. We're paying for all of the different platforms that you're listening on. There's a variety of other things that come into that. And we're not talking about massive amounts of money. It's not draining us by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
And like, I think that you and I are both relatively comfortable enough that it's like, okay, we can sustain this hobby. And it's not anything that we really notice, but it is not free. Whereas to you, our tens of viewers, you just get to enjoy what it is that we do. And okay, yeah, there are some perks. Like we get to hang out with some of the bull of the people, and every once in a while somebody throws something interesting at us as a basis of what we do. But if you want to buy some golf balls and you want to help sustain the lifestyle to which we have become accustomed, which is where
can fill that need,
where both of us have gotten gifted bourbon. That's the lifestyle that we become accustomed, because our regular drinking stuff is not normally that.
Yeah.
If you really want, you could send us some bourbon. That would be worthwhile. That's better than golf balls.
What is it? How does it go? Don't give your teachers gift cards. Give them alcohol.
I will tell you right now, as a teacher, that bringing alcohol to school is frowned upon. But I've had it happen to me multiple times, and it's wonderful, and I love it. And typically, it's gone before I can even write a thank you card. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're not making a ton of money off of each item that sells, and if it works, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If all that this is just to get some t-shirts on people, or you're drinking your coffee out of your new mug or something like that, it's just cool nonetheless. It's just another step in what we do, just to try and get some merch out there. It's something fun. We'll come up with new designs of things, as time goes on. Joe just bounced something off of me the other day that he wants to see, made into a shirt, and we'll do that. And maybe that'll be the next limited edition item that we have or something. It's just something to have some fun with, and for you to have fun with us.
I mean, you can obviously see that I have very little fashion sense. So,
yeah. What are you wearing, by the way? Is that for the Olympics?
No, this is not for the Olympics.
What is that?
This is for the Super Bowl. This is a Adidas Manchester United Stone Roses limited edition.
That's the wrong football.
No, it's football, and it's in honor of Manny, who died couple weeks ago, who is a major Manchester United fan from the Stone Roses, and it's their album cover.
That's football, not football.
Fuck you.
Football.
Uh-huh.
American football. Got the colors right, though.
Football. Right. Footy.
Well, and on that note, Joe.
Yeah. How do we get in touch, Mike?
Today, you and I, we make up the Spring Bar Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at the Spring Bar Podcast.
You got to recognize, though, that like most days, you and I make up the Spring Bar Podcast. Even when you're not here, we still make up the Spring Bar Podcast. When we have guests on, you and I are still the Spring. I'm just saying.
Are you telling me I need to change the outro?
No, but you're pointing out that you and I are the Spring Bar Podcast, and we are always the Spring Bar Podcast.
And you can always find us on Instagram at the Spring Bar Podcast. And you can always email us, the springbarpodcast@gmail.com. You can now buy merch at the official merch store at tspmerch.shop. tspmerch.shop.
Which stands for the Spring Bar Podcast.
That's exactly what that stands for. On a personal note, I am 120 clicks, all spelled out, one long word, 120 clicks. Joe.
Watch Taylor Youth, EUPH, all one word.
And now we have to pay for a domain name. So, I mean, there's that too.
Oh, wow.
I could have sent you to the really long web address to the actual shop, but I simplified it for you guys. You're welcome. tspmerch.shop.
Buy some golf balls.
Buy some, whack our balls.
That's your soundbite.
Just don't do it while we're in front of you.
Ooh. Or while we're behind you. We don't want to.
We'll make a very different noise.
Yeah. Bye.
Cheers.
Jeez.